Sheridan?
That was the last time I checked.
I wasn't expecting you.
Who else would fly all this way to see you?
I was hoping it was Fancy. When the hotel clerk said a blonde woman was here to see me, I assumed it was Fancy, not Sheridan.
Were you expecting someone else?
No, I'm just surprised to see you.
What about me, Daddy?
Hey.
Marty! Oh, God, this is great. Oh, what a great surprise to see you.
I missed you, Daddy. Both Mom and I did.
I missed you too, buddy.
You know, I wasn't sure when you were going to make it back to Harmony, and, well, you know, Marty was so anxious to see you, so I flew us both down here, and the crane jet made record time.
No, this is great. This is the best surprise ever. Oh, God, it's just what the doctor ordered.
I wonder if the doctor can order something for my bruised ego. So you made it sound like things weren't going so well down here.
Yeah, yeah, they're not.
Why? What happened?
Yeah, it's Teresa. It's gonna take a long time to make sense of what happened. That's if we ever do.
I mean, what were Teresa and Pilar doing here in Mexico?
I don't have all the facts yet. There's a woman named Juanita Vasquez. She pretty much runs the Mexican mob. And before she tried to kill Teresa and Mama by blowing up the boat they were on, she killed Mama's sister and her 2 sons.
Oh, my God. Maria?
Yep.
We stayed at her inn in Puerto Reina.
She raised Paloma.
Oh, my God. How on earth did Pilar and Teresa get involved with someone like Juanita in the first place?
I don't know. And she can be damn sure that I'm going to find out.
My favorite hockey team, the Bruins, beat the Oilers last night in Edmonton.
Sweet. Hey, when we get home, we're going to go to another game, okay? Maybe we'll even stay the night in Boston and take in some local history the next day. How's that sound?
Cool. So much neat stuff happened in Boston during the Revolution.
Yes, it did. Maybe we'll even go to Faneuil Hall. I bet Fancy can get us a private tour there.
Does Fancy have to go with us?
No, but... Do you not want her to go?
No, not really. I'd rather go with you and Mom.
I'm sorry you don't want to be around Fancy anymore.
At first she was really fun to be around. Then she got really mean.
Yelling at us at the cottage that time.
Your dad, Fancy, scared me.
I'm sorry, buddy. Just so you know, Daddy would never have fallen in love with Fancy if she acted like that all the time.
Yeah, and Fancy was really mean tonight, too.
Really? Sheridan, what happened?
Well, it's just like Marty said. Fancy completely lost control tonight.
Well, what set her off this time?
Look, I'm sorry. But I told Fancy that I don't want her to ever be near Marty ever again. And look, she took a swing at me. She chased me around the living room with a vase, trying to knock me out.
What?
Yeah, and then she rolled around the floor. It looks funny, but it really wasn't.
No, that doesn't sound funny. Oh, I should get this. It's Louis.
Hey, how's it going?
Been better. I should just get back. What did Marty mean when he said he didn't want to make Fancy do anything crazy? Well, Why would you think that Marty could do something to make Fancy act crazy?
I can't tell Luis of my suspicions. If I am right and Fancy is able to stop having these outbursts, there'd be nothing to stop her and Luis from getting married. Marty was blaming himself for Fancy's outbursts.
What? That's crazy.
You and I know that. But Marty, he's a child with a different sense of logic. And I tried to assure him that Fancy's outbursts have nothing to do with him. But what you overheard was that I just couldn't get through to him. That's why I thought it'd be best that I brought him down here to Mexico.
Why? Because he's so upset about Fancy being upset?
I wanted to get him away from the estate for a little while. Especially, too, since Esme's attacker stabbed both Ivy and Rebecca.
Oh, my God. Are they all right?
As far as I know.
Good. Because I've got enough on my plate trying to figure out why this Juanita woman wanted Teresa and Mama dead. Well, I've got to get back down to the wharf and see what Mama has to say.
Well, I would like to come with you, Luis, because I can only imagine the grief that Ethan must be going through after losing Teresa. I know how I felt after I thought I lost you. There was a hole in my heart that was just overflowing with grief and despair.
Okay. What about Marty?
Everybody will be so upset over the loss of Teresa. I think it'd be best if he stays here. I'll call down to the front desk for a sitter.
Sitter? You think that's safe?
Well, the only threat to him is Fancy, and she's thousands of miles away.
All right. I'll go tell Marty about the sitter then.